I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed.
There is no success without failure. They go hand in hand, and with the failure comes amazing lessons, adjustments, and you get sharper because of the that you've done wrong. So I embrace the concept of failure just as much as I embrace the win of success.
If you play with the fear of failing, you'll have the pressure on yourself, to capitulate to that fear. If you play with the sense of I want to win, then you have the fear of what happens if you don't. But if you find common ground in the middle, in the center, then it doesn't matter. You're unfazed by either, right? And that enables you to really just stay in the moment, stay connected to it, and not feel anything other than what's in front of you.
We're so controlled by what's the result? Win or lose, what's the result? You lost. If winning is the only way that you edify your value and your worth, you're gonna live a really miserable life, because we all lose, we all fail. It's part of the learning process. People always say either win or you learn. It's so true, so true.
Failure is education if you use it. If you learn something, it's not a failure. If you don't learn anything, then it's failure. Why not adopt the philosophy that life is not happening to me, it's happening for me? And that everything's happening for me, even what I thought was failure, and now my job is to figure out where's the benefit and use it.
Failure is just lessons and feedback on what you can do to change. You don't lose until you stop.
Say that again, failure.
Failure is just lessons. It just shows you what mistakes you made and tells you what not to do the next time.
Okay.
But when you stop, that's when you lose.
As a gymnast, I failed 50 times a day. I tried something, I messed up, I fell, I crashed, and I kept doing it till failure to me was just a stepping stone to where I was going.
That's what humans are good at. We all fail. We've all failed.
Did you ever fight somebody that you were like, that they got you? Was there ever a kid that got you or no?
Absolutely. In order to be good, you have to lose it and understand loss. Because loss is life. Because life is gonna give everybody a bad hand. No one's gonna leave here without being tried in life.
Wow.
And you have to be, you're gonna have to take it. Adversity make the strong stronger or the weak weaker.
How did you learn that?
I have to lose everything.
If you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not progress from that. And so to me, that's why failure is not existent. Because, if I fail today, okay, I'm gonna learn something from that failure and I'm gonna try again on Tuesday.
You gotta find ways to dig deep, because the reality of your career is overcoming adversity. And the only way to do that is to fail. And the only way to fail is to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because you're always in your comfort zone, you're not gonna fail. So if you fail and then you figure out a solution to overcome the failure, you gain a lot of self-confidence. And if you gain self-confidence, then the next opportunity you have to succeed, you got a much better opportunity to do just that.
Confidence breeds success and success breeds confidence. They go hand in hand. There's nothing I would do unless I had possibility of being humiliated. Because only by doing that I would rise to my highest potential. Because when I succeed, I truly succeed.
So to me, failure is amazing, because it teaches you and really forces you to look inside yourself about what you need to do better. I had to grind my freshman year, my sophomore year, my third year, to even get a chance to play in my fourth year. And in my fourth year, I thought, okay, I was the backup last year. We won the national championship. The guy who beat me out is now a professional quarterback. I'm gonna step into this role as a starting quarterback. And the coach was like, nope. And I was like, shit. So I knew how to compete, because that's what I had continued to have to do. And I started every game that year. And I was going back for my fifth year. So I go in there before the season starts, and the head coach calls me in and he says, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Tom, you're gonna start, but this other quarterback who they recruited the year before, you're gonna play in the second quarter. And then I'm gonna determine who's the quarterback in the third and fourth quarter by who plays well in the second quarter. And it felt like a big gut punch, because I thought I did everything right. I thought I worked really hard to get the things that I wanted, but you know what? In his eyes, it wasn't enough. So what did I do? I had to go out there and prove it.
It's I think the best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb, to be a sponge. But you always want to outwork your potential. As hard as you believe you can work harder than that.
We got to do more of the right things. So to me, it's always pointed back at yourself. What do I need to do better to help us be more successful?
I hate losing. I mean, that's no secret. But you gotta lose. I feel like every time I lose, I get better. And I think it's important for me to have losses.
The best in the world are not the best because they win every point. It's because they know they'll lose again and again and have learned how to deal with it.
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup!
But it's going to be too late for New Zealand. Australia knows their gold medal. And Woodman is inconsolable on the pitch.
And the New York Giants 1 second away from pulling off this upset. The Giants have won the Super Bowl. And after a 22-year absence, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions once again.
What I've learned is to always keep going. You know, there's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready.
By 10, and time is beginning to run out for the Chicago Bulls. But if the Pistons are going to move on to play the Lakers, and the difference...
We had a chance to beat them. We just didn't respond. I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. I cried on the bus. My father came on and said, look, it's just one game. Bounce back, come back next year.
Jordan from deep. Michael Jordan has connected on Detroit Pistons. Heading back to the locker room. Their season has concluded while the Chicago Bulls advance to the NBA championship round.
Successful people see opportunity in every failure. Normal people see failure in every opportunity. Both are right. Only one gets rich.
You can't control the outcome all the time. Like, the ball's gonna bounce the other team's way. Like, sometimes it should go the other people's way. It shouldn't always go your way. You get motivated by the losses, you stay motivated through the winning. What you can control is your process. You can control the work ethic, the consistent discipline, your attitude, your culture, how much you care. All those things are in you. They just need to be drawn out of you.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
The truth is, whatever game you play in life, sometimes you're going to lose. A point, a match, a season, a job. It's a roller coaster with many ups and downs. And it's natural when you're down to doubt yourself and to feel sorry for yourself. And by the way, your opponents have self-doubt too. Don't ever forget that. You want to become a master at overcoming hard moments. That is, to me, the sign of a champion.
Chris Bumstead, he is the Mr. Olympia Classic Physique Champion 4 years in a row. This guy he looks like he's carved out of stone. He's the modern day Arnold Schwarzenegger. People are making a lot of comparisons. He doesn't have the tyrannical self-belief that someone like a Michael Jordan does. So, you know, Michael Jordan he wouldn't even dream of losing. If anybody slighted him, there was this sort of rage fire that was lit underneath him. But Chris's approach is very different. He's like, I think about losing all the time. It's like, I'm scared of losing. I'm scared of losing to my opponent. But his idea was that because he has accepted the fact that he may lose, he believes it's given him the potential to be able to put it all on the line in a way that someone who hadn't considered the possibility of losing wouldn't be able to do it.
You know, the way I view it is sometimes you have to lose to win. And last year we lost. And I think it's set us up and put us in better position to win this year. The number one goal from everybody here would be to win. And when that is the number one goal of everyone that walks into this building, everything else, you figure it out. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail. And that's just the nature of it.
Get rid of fear. It can be an engine to motivate you and make you work hard. But at a certain point, though, fear can hold you back. It's easy to get complacent and to start thinking, man, I've done all right, I'm comfortable. Let me not risk trying to do something I'm not sure I can do. Sometimes you fail, but sometimes you succeed. And you can learn from both, right? As long as you're willing to be self-critical and kind of evaluate when things don't work, why they didn't work, that you don't need to be afraid. And that's gonna hold you back.